Welcome back, everyone, to another session of Half-Rate Heroes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Right, well, just forewarning, tonight is going to be a shorter session. We're going to go for a half one due to technical issues. We will be ending after 2 hours. So, during this intense, we're going to compact everything that's awesome about our session down, right? Into
a whole lot of
one.
killing.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, maybe. We'll see. All right, so our adventurers, our intrepid heroes, have gone to the city of Neverwinter. You've handed in the initial quest. You received the rewards. You are now all Thanes of Neverwinter with your fancy little cloaks and everything. It's awesome. You look pretty. You needed a crew to sail the boat that you got for free from Twilight's Errand, and you need to you hired this crew to help you sail out to the seas around Luskan. Why are you going to Luskan? Because you have been given a task by an old member of Twilight's Errand to go and collect an item from Jarlaxle Baenry on his ship, which this item is apparently capable of helping you transport between the planes of existence, specifically to each different plane of existence. You have been warned that the item cannot transport you anywhere other than an elemental plane, and so you can't use it to get back to the material plane, so you need to figure that one out. But as we ended last session, you guys were waking up just before dawn so that you could pop open your boat, which was named the Catfish, right?
Yeah.
And it was so marked as the Catfish with a catfish nailed to the side of it. A hole in the side of the boat is not going to be a bad idea at all.
The nautical term is christened.
Christened.
Right.
Sorry. All right. Once the boat was christened, the Catfish, you all stand at the docks at Neverwinter. The sun is just beginning to crest over the horizon to the east, over the mountain tops, and it's cascading a beautiful rainbow of color, seeming to just lead the way forward as your 10 great sailors turn up ready to do some work. The boat, as is part of its magic, is already ready to go. It doesn't require any additional shifting and moving of the rigging. So when your crew come up, they do look quite amazed at it. The crew that you have, 10 individuals, and all of them are human by the looks of things. Whether or not they are, might be hidden stuff somewhere. Like they could be elves that look very much like humans, all that. But they look very human-like. You have 5 male sailors and 5 female sailors. You notice that amongst the 10 that are there, Anaroth, the guy that you had actually made a deal with, is not present. Instead, one of the females steps up, holds a hand out to shake the hands, and calls out, "So, who's the captain?"
I point at Lafcadio.
All right. She holds a hand to shake Lafcadio's hand.
So I'm in full plate disguise presently. And I was like, "Great to meet you. I'm Lafcadio." I shake her hand. And I say, "Give me one moment." And I take a step back and do a group huddle. It's like, "Do we need to take the ship? Taslin has a spell that'll just take us there like that?"
Whatever's quickest, buddy.
I don't currently have the material components for it. I do need some chalks, but the costs for this spell were quite high.
How high?
Pretty high.
I mean, like a number, though, would be cool.
About 250 gold.
We can cover that.
but the cost for the spell is about 50 gold of chalk.
Okay.
So
If you guys want to do that, I'll just fold the boat up and we can just do that instead.
I'm just. Well, it looks like we have two options. I just want, if we have, if we get there in a minute from now, after we collect the chalks or whatnot, we'll still have to wait some time because it was your understanding that the bloke we're supposed to meet won't be there for 3 days. Is that right?
Right.
So that means that 2.5 days of drinking then.
And we did
Right.
already pay for the sailors.
I guess I don't know. I have this nagging voice in the back of my head when Nabanian told me I wasn't going quick enough, and I feel like getting there quicker would be in keeping with what he wanted us to do. But then we'd be there and we'd have nothing to do. So I'm kind of torn on what we should be doing right now.
Well, I think that a couple days at sea, just relaxing, would be good for everybody. Otherwise we'll be in Luskin, which is a place, from my understanding, it's rife with criminals and people that might cut up our fancy new bag of holding. So we'll be kind of on edge for a couple days while we're waiting for a contact.
Says you, elf. Even though us dwarves are natural born swimmers, I would prefer my feet on ground.
Oh, you've really taken a shining to this teleportation magic.
No. I don't like water. I don't like poof poof air. I like ground.
What do you think, Nos? Where's your vote?
Well, the sea is dangerous, but I do like the sound of just a trip for R&R purposes. It's always nice to go out sailing. On the other hand, if we did get into Luskin with days to spare, then we might be able to do a little bit more investigating for what Wampem's thing is going on with that there. So we could spend that time doing that if we wanted. Kale's right. It is a very nasty place, so we'd have to try to keep our noses out of everybody else's business and kind of keep our heads down. But I think we could manage that. And then, who are we supposed to be meeting there? Or are we talking about the ZHENT?
Oh, I was thinking the guy we're supposed to take the thing from.
What?
If you remember correctly, the boat you had scryed upon or visited was planning to dock with Jarlaxle's boat in 3 days.
So there's going to be a shift change in 3 days, which might be a good time for us to be able to sneak aboard and get what we need.
We could attempt to try to sneak on with the shift change. A couple of us are pretty obvious. Or we could get there before the shift change. And I forget, did Kale tell us about the little trapdoor mechanism at the bottom of Hellraiser?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a claw down there or whatever.
Could be that the Crituitous has the same thing going on. We could hope. In which case, it might be better if there were less people around for that. So I could see it going both ways, which is why I haven't said anything.
And another consideration, where exactly does this teleportation take us?
It was... Sorry, Teo, correct me if I'm wrong. It was outside the city, correct?
Yep, about a mile outside the city where they have a public use teleportation circle that is heavily monitored.
It takes us about a mile outside of the city.
Mm-hmm.
It is heavily monitored, and if we use it, if you're easily recognized, the Captain's Council will no doubt know we're in town.
And I think that that's fine because they don't know what we're trying to do, as far as I know. We haven't told anyone, have we?
Well, if I recall correctly, Wampem's revenge rampage, is going to lead him to some people in Luskin, and they may have caught word of what happened here in Neverwinter, and they'd probably be on the lookout for him.
Well, then they might come to us, and that might make our task faster.
I'm agreeing with you.
I'm just worried about BDAE.
BGA.
The Earth.
I prefer our enemies or potential enemies don't know exactly where we are at any given point in time. But I don't know how much more stealthy it would be to approach by ship than it would be to teleport into this heavily monitored teleportation circle. I imagine there must be ships in and out of there all the time, right? I've never been, so I'm not sure.
No, there are.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You know, we have this ship and we have this crew, which seems like a waste, or seems like it would be a waste to let them go unused. And it would be good to maybe evaluate this crew if we need this ship again for some other thing. Like maybe they want to go with us to the plane of water.
Yeah. You could always use more friends.
Wait, what? There's a plane of water?
Yeah,
Yes.
like we're gonna hit the plane at some point. We're gonna hit the plane of water, the plane of fire, the plane of earth, and the plane of air. At some point after we get to Luskin and get the thing we need to get.
I'm beginning to regret meeting y'all.
Well, maybe we can make you feel better over the next 2 days, where we just, hang out, drink, and look at the stars.
That's okay.
So I guess we're going to plan for what to do about the shift change when we are on our way.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Like, I'm sure there will be, like, nothing but rest and relaxation from here to there. Like, nothing will happen to interrupt any of our conversation and planning. It will literally be just easy breezy.
You know, this is getting me in the mood. Perhaps we should buy some fancy wine or rum for the trip, and we'll make a vacation of it.
Mr. Lefcardio, I have never known you to lie through your teeth just like the way you did.
What do you, that was merely fourth wall dramatic irony that I was putting forth there. It was.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Just to spite you, I'm going to get rid of all the things I planned for the sea voyage.
All right, so maybe to help put you at ease, Lefcadio, you distract these guys for 10 minutes, or get the ship ready, maybe. I don't know. Just keep them all busy for 10 minutes. I'm going to figure out if this is going to go well or not. Sound good?
Sounds good. I'll turn it back around, and I didn't get the lass's name.
Oh, yes. I'm Misha.
Good day, Misha.
And she goes through and introduces everyone. This is Jerish, Adrian, Halith, Nide, Yardald, Cassia, Onuan, Gwirian, and Vera.
Thank you for having all those names ready and prepared.
Remember all those names? Yep. Where are your crew?
Great, let's take a look. These guys are going to just take a minute. Let's take a look at the ship.
Okay. She waves at some of her men, and they just start charging off to inspect the outside while she follows you up onto the boat.
As you can see, and I pet it, it's like made of wood, floats.
How much do you know about boats?
Oh, loads! Like There's the sail.
Okay. Okay. This'll be good. I'm assuming you need us to do everything.
Aye, well, just get us from here to there with as little fuss as possible.
And you're not going to need a crew once you get to where you're going?
Right.
Okay.
Can your people fight? The ship is not equipped with weaponry on board.
If you would like us to fight, it is going to cost a little bit extra.
Well, if we're fighting, it's probably going to be like a do or die sort of situation. So I just want to make sure you can protect yourselves.
We can protect ourselves, but
Okay.
we won't get involved unless we have to.
I just want to make
Unless
sure I
you're
don't have to worry
paying
about
for
you.
us. Okay.
No.
Right.
She gives you
So
a quizzical look, thinking, okay, we might be in a bit of a problem.
so you can see that the floor is also made of wood, waterproof. Huh? It's good.
It's very good. Yeah. Let's take a look at the quarters, and she'll go and look and inspect the inside of the boat. The hold is just large enough that you can set up some hammocks, and you can set up places for people to sleep and rest, storage area. But obviously, everything that's inside, when you pop open the boat, all of the items inside the boat have to be placed in, because when it shrinks, they get thrown out of the boat. What are you doing, Kale, while they're distracting the sailors?
I'm getting my specially marked set of troll bone dice and rolling them to cast the augury spell.
Okay. Okay.
And let's see.
You get
receive
to
an
ask
omen.
about something that you're going to do within the next 30 minutes.
So how's this voyage gonna go?
I mean, the next 30 minutes are going to be good.
Is that how that works?
About a specific action that will be taken within the next 30 minutes.
So the action is the voyage. Like we're starting the voyage within 30 minutes. But then the voyage is gonna last. I'll use another divination spell on this. I'll do it.
I think, what level is augury?
2.
2. I think with the fact that a voyage could be for as long as you want, augury being limited to 30 minutes is very specific. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. So
that's how you want to roll it. So Kale will roll his eyes, and he'll get out some incense, and he'll throw 25 gold down and light the incense with a fireball and cast divination.
Okay. What is your specific question for divination?
Is this voyage going to go well for all parties involved directly with us? For us and the sailors that we hired. There we go. Let's rephrase that way.
Is it going to go well for you and the sailors?
Yes.
So, I offer a truthful reply. The reply may be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Yes and no. Your crew and your sailors may face a trouble, a problem on the line, but
well, that could be anything. There's so many different degrees of trouble. If it's good, if there's a yes involved, I'm into it. We'll be fine.
I mean, yeah, it's a yes and no. That's what really can't outright say what's going on, but be careful is all you get.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long does that spell take?
Here we go. Be careful of new companions on your voyage beyond.
There
we go.
look at the Shadow Kai with the stinky eyeball.
As he's looking at me, Tazlin has his ritual book open. He has a reed and a piece of straw out, and I'm going to be doing the ritual cast for water breathing, which allows me to grant up to 10 willing creatures within 30 feet of me to breathe underwater for 24 hours.
There are 15 people on the boat.
I mean, 5 of the sailors I don't care about.
Let's be honest. So we'll just do
Okay.
Lieutenant Misha.
So I'm
and-
just choosing random sailors and maybe the one that introduced herself.
Yeah, that one.
Roll 4d10 then.
4d10, okay.
But don't add them up. Just tell me what the actual results are.
All right, an 8, a 7,
Okay.
a 4,
Okay. So
and a 3.
okay. Slow down. All right. So you've blessed Misha, Onuan, Cassia, Haleth, and
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And it even froze with his mouth open.
Oh boy.
I can see you trembling in Antissa.
Did you just? Where did you stop?
It's Rocky Horror Picture.
What is that?
Patient.
Did anybody else catch all those names?
Misha, some C name,
It's like Cassia or something.
Cassia.
Cassia, Vera, Jerish, Adrian, Nide, I think, Lalith, Gadrin, Newen, and Haleth? Is that right? Maybe that's Lalith again.
I don't bother with the names of small fry.
I need to know. Well,
Yeah.
guys.
I know we told them it would be a short episode today, but
Jeez.
Somebody sacrifice a goat so we can bring back our DM.
right.
Yeah, that's probably worth like 25 gold, right? But that seems like a
Yeah.
lot for a goat.
Probably get one for free. If you
I mean, you can get one of anything for free if you try hard.
exactly.
But we don't have Allie anymore, so it'll be a lot harder.
Allie never stole anything, anyways.
She could have, though, the whole time.
She could
Had the
have, but
power.
she was a trustworthy cinnamon bun.
Too pure.
Too
Do we
pure
have,
for this world.
Do we have a sailor that's in the red shirt? Because we know that the red shirts always die 1st.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Exactly 5 of them. wearing red shirts.
The exact 5 that did not get the water briefings.
Well, easy come, easy go. Do we still have to pay them if they die on the way?
I mean, no.
Well, we already paid him.
It's
Poor move.
reimbursement.
Mhm. As soon as it hit 15 gig, it turned off my data.
Oh wow, that's not good.
Yes, so for everyone watching at home, our DM is just moved into a new apartment and is sorting out internet issues. And whilst he is doing that, he is using a cellular hotspot and streaming high video or high quality video takes up so much data. And he upped his data before the stream, but it looks like it cut him off as soon as it hit a certain point. So we are trying to see if he's able to get back on.
Yeah, ask him if he's coming back.
I mean, worst case scenario, if he turned off his video, it may keep going longer.
Well, it looks like it's totally down right now.
He's cut off.
Quick, everyone, PayPal him.
Up. Up.
Oh.
Up.
Oh.
Ah! Huzzah!
Are we still live?
Yes.
We sure are.
Okay. Moral of the story, kids. Get decent internet.
Never move.
Never move house. This has been a nightmare. Alright. I am situated. I can watch the data climbing up past the limit, but it should be good. I should be able to play for at least another hour and a half. We'll see. Alright. So, what was the last thing that...
Cassius something, and then you said something with an M, I think.
You were missing a few
right,
people.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Misha, Cassia, Onuan, Yardled, Nide, and Hallet.
That's 7 of them? 8 of them?
Is it? I don't know. You cast it on some of them.
Yeah, 5 of them.
Now. Yeah.
And the captain.
And the captain.
And the
But most importantly on myself and on the dwarf, who I'm sure will probably sink.
Okay. So, moral of all the divinations is the journey's going to be good, but you might have a hiccup.
Yeah, don't trust nobody.
So I will join everybody else on the tour and say, Lafcadio, I asked. It'll be fine. There might be some bumps along the way, but nothing major.
Right.
You feel better?
Of course. What could go wrong?
Exactly. We have a crew of experienced professionals with us, and I'm sure that they will be able to navigate us through whatever troubles we run into.
And just so you all know, I did cast water breathing on you, so worst case scenario, you get thrown overboard. You have about 24 hours. Yep, all 5 of us.
Thanks, Mike.
And 5 of the sailors.
Just, do you know which 5? Specifically? Their names?
That one, and her.
Smart.
As you get onto the crew, the 10 people split into 2 groups of 5. They more or less take shifts. To keep your boat running throughout the day and night, they split the day, and half of them work during the light, half of them work during the dark. Those that you have casted on just happen to be the ones that will be up during the day. Say that.
Sure.
Perfect.
All right. So, are you ready to leave?
You sure are.
Okay,
I
Captain.
mean, I am. I don't want to speak for everybody. I'm sorry.
Aye.
Where to?
The City of Sails. Luskin.
Okay. She'll shout out the commands to her crew, and immediately they get to work. The sails get dropped. You pick up a little bit of the wind, and carefully and slowly you head out of the docks of Neverwinter. The journey up along the Sword Coast is fairly calm. The seas are nice and fair. There is a bit of a storm brewing far off to the west, but if it stays in its current trajectory, it shouldn't affect you guys at all. So you should be fine. You guys are sailing up along the coast, not alone. There are other ships, not right next to you guys, but spread about, obviously taking multiple trips themselves. And as you make your way out, the journey will take 2 days to get there, the majority of 2 days. Is there any activities that you guys would be engaging in during that travel?
Any of the sailors want to play a game of cards?
They'd be interested in playing a game of cards with you.
Excellent.
As well as they enjoy fishing, so they will also be fishing on the side of the boat as well.
I'll play cards.
Yeah?
All right,
Yeah,
come
so-
on in.
Cards.
Yeah.
So, as you play with them, are you playing for actual money or just for fun?
Always for actual money.
Always for actual money.
Mhm.
Okay, so obviously the question is, how much are you putting down?
Well, do these guys make a lot? I will ask them. How are your general earnings? Like, should we go high roller here, or do you want to keep it?
A couple of us, we do well. We've come across the odd wreck or two in our travels and collected a few extra pieces here and there, so we can go high.
Okay, all right. 20 to 30 to get in.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Kale, you got that?
I got that. I can
All
cover
right.
that.
Let's do this.
All right. So 3 sailors sit down with you 2 to play. Each of the sailors puts down 20. Do you guys put down 20? Okay, there's 100 gold in the pot. How do you want to do this?
I'll use my playing card proficiency.
Okay.
I'm doing a musical accompaniment on my lute.
Oh yeah.
Wampum is filing all the edges on all axes down to a razor sharp edge.
How many axes does he have?
Enough.
So 1? I feel like that'd be enough for Wampum.
You can never have enough access. Okay, so you're using your playing cards, Nos. Kale, what skill are you going to incorporate or use in order to win this game?
So I'm imagining it's like a poker game.
Pretty much 3 dragon ante,
Okay.
but it plays pretty much the same way.
So I would say a lot of poker is about reading people. So maybe insight would be a good skill to have and use.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an insight check.
16.
16 in total.
I got a 14.
14. All right. Let's see how the other sailors do. One of them is going to flat out try to cheat with his sleight of hand. Okay. Are going to attempt to be a little sneaky and argue and talk and deceive you into believing they're going certain ways and try to trick your insight. These guys aren't as good as deception as they would have liked. Okay. As a result of that quick round, the one that was sneaking a card will be obviously, because he's trying to cheat. I need to know passive perceptions of Kale and Nos.
10. I'd have to
16.
actively be watching for it.
16.
Mhm.
Okay. Kale, you will have noticed him attempt to slip a card into his sleeve, pull out another one, and try to hold a better hand.
I will confront him.
Dramatic pause.
I'll thaumaturgy. I'll change my eyes into like, I don't know, like the telescoping kind of looking eyes, and I'll stare directly at him, and I'll issue the sound of rumbling thunder. This unleashes forces all the lights dim down in the cabin. I stare directly at this guy and say, "Are you trying to cheat me?"
What? And as soon as I get 20 to this, I'm gonna stand up behind him, and all my muscles are gonna bulk up.
Go, Master Roshi.
Oh, wow. You guys take 20 gold seriously.
And then all the effects go away, like the lights go up. I'm like, nah, we're just trying to play a fair game.
You caught me. You caught me. I lost. I didn't play so well. And after checking all of the hands, Kale actually wins the pot.
What up?
Best 2 out of 3?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You cheat, though, I will break your hand.
Okay. No cheating from us.
So we're leaving the 100 in there, and then
If you'd like to. Yep.
sure.
Yep. Okay, so everyone put in an extra 20. The pot is now up at 200. And each of these guys will just simply try to deceive their way through. So, what are you guys going to use?
I guess it'd be they're deceiving like not sleight of hand? Are they doing sleight of hand or
No, they're just talking and trying to trick you, not allow you to see any of their tells, and really try to bluff you, get you to fold early.
So I guess I would sleight of hand. Why not?
Okay.
Oh boy, 25.
I will lay all my cards down. 26.
Oh shit.
So these guys try as hard as they might, but they all ultimately fail. It ends up being a case of them trying to deceive Kale having none of it, and Nos just on the side, she's got a perfect hand. Just right from the start. So
Timora.
I win. How about a different game? Not with the cards, with dice.
No, I'm good. I'll take this and go. Get out of y'all's way. You guys keep at it.
Does anybody know how to play dragon chess? I feel like that's not really a sailor game, is it?
I mean, we might know. We're not very good at it. We certainly wouldn't want to play it for money.
No, well. Never mind then. We can do the dice thing. Let's do the dice thing.
Cool. All right. He'll grab a bunch of dice, give you 2 of them.
Okay.
And then he'll take 2. He'll give 2 to one of the other sailors. So there's now 3 people in it. Does anyone else want to chip in? Nope. All right.
Cowards.
Then with just the 3 of you, simply roll 2d10.
2d10s.
Yep.
Oh, God. What does a 10 look like? There we go.
10 sides.
I got 10. How delightfully average.
Okay. Seeing as you were beaten by a very close 12, he'll take the pot.
All right. So we were doing 20 again, I guess?
20 again. Yep.
Okay. So I'm at 60.
Game of pure chance.
Double or nothing.
All right. We'll keep going. Yahtzee.
It's spinning. I got 12.
Okay. Unfortunately, the guy that won the first time did roll a 14 as well.
Right.
So he managed just to beat you a second time.
All right.
Is Kale now down 80?
I'm down 80. I got 10 more that I'm willing to part, or 20 more I'm willing to part with.
All right.
I will get behind him and get on my knees and say a prayer to Timora in Kale's place to bless him without mechanically blessing him.
Okay. Just to give him your good feelings and your vibes, you know?
Call
Right.
Timora's attention down to this peasant.
Whoa.
So if you'd like to try again, we can try again. You can do something else.
No, we'll do this one more time.
Okay.
Make it quick.
I got a 3 and a 12. What did you get?
13. What up?
Hey, you win the pot back. There you go.
Thank you, lady.
Make up a bit of money.
40, 60. So that was 60 out of my own funds. And I guess 60 from the other 2 guys each.
Yep.
Or were we like betting 20 each time and then taking the money?
No, they just kept putting it in, so you
Okay.
just upped yourself an extra 120.
20. But I.
So
Plus
we're
40.
gonna stop playing games for you guys. That's
That would be wise.
yeah, maybe we shouldn't have taken the job. All right, let's keep going.
Yes.
Most
Right.
of them will go back up to fish. What?
Say, mates, I've been working on a song, and
Yeah.
it's about our adventures, and I haven't gotten all of it out yet, but you know what? I'm gonna need you to just start playing and let me know what you think. Just sit right back and you hear a tale and a catchy tune that tells the deeds of the valiant crew, the saviors of Silvery Moon. They went to the fair and saved the kids, there and back for noon. Welcome back as heroes true, the saviors of Silvery Moon. Ambushed by trolls on their way out, the monstrous heads were hewn. The roads were made safe again by the saviors of Silvery Moon. That's all I got.
Yay! Woo!
Someone record that, clip it.
Yeah.
That's going to be a ringtone.
Right.
Wasn't that a thing back in the day? You'd record the things on the. Anyways, we'll keep playing D&D. That was a very good song. Very good song.
Inspiration worthy almost.
Yes, you can get inspiration for that.
Yes, let's guilt him into more things.
So, continuing on with the journey, the day moves on. As the night crests in, you've been taking it easy all day, enjoying yourself, so you can stay up a little bit later. You don't feel the necessity to really go to sleep as regimentally as you would usually. But there will come a point where you do start to get tired and shifts need to be made. Now, the crew, while they do offer to keep watch for you, because obviously they want to make it to Luskan safely, they have made it apparent that they're not being paid to defend the ship. So what are you going to do in terms of watching overnight?
Maybe one of us and one sailor on each shift. Does that sound good to other people?
Sounds good to me.
Great.
All right, so which of you is going to take the first watch this evening?
I'll take the first one.
Okay, go ahead.
Kale will.
Jump
Okay.
on
So, Kale,
it.
I'd like you to roll a perception check while
You got it.
you hang out. And everyone else is asleep at this point?
I only need to meditate for 4 hours, so I would assume Taslin's just kind of meditating
Yeah.
on the top deck.
26.
26. Okay. You, at this point in time, at this night, you do actually hear something that sets you on edge a little bit. Movement from below that you're not expecting. The shifting of feet very carefully moving through towards where the party are currently sleeping. What do you do?
I'll go check it out. I'll draw my hood up and stealthily go check it out.
So going below deck, we're going to say that Taslin, your ritual, your trance was below deck. Okay?
Okay, sure.
So there are some crew members that are down there, but the crew members have been keeping themselves separated since they lost all their money.
Sore losers.
Yep. However, Kale, as you come down the stairs and drop into the hold, you can see your party laying in beds and swinging away, sleeping soundly. Taslin tranced away, and a single individual, single sailor, creeped over Lafcardio's bunk. Just stood there staring closely into his asleep face, like right up close, almost sniffing at him.
Without alerting him, I'd like to read his mind.
You're not casting a spell, are you?
No, that's just channel divinity.
All right. And he gets to make a wisdom save?
Mhm.
Okay. Or is it you get to... sorry, I need to clarify this. The channel divinity does not say you can cast detect thoughts, does it?
No, it just says as an action, I choose a creature and they make a whiz save, and if they fail, I can read their surface
Okay.
thoughts.
All right, fair enough. Wisdom save. I need to roll this. Come on, here we go. Roll 20. There we go. Wisdom save. You managed to pierce his thoughts.
Cool. Let's see.
Yeah, so this individual who you had met to be Jarish, he was Jarish, wasn't it? Yeah, Jarish. Yeah. He is stood over Lafcadio's body and thinking to himself, why are these so important? Why do they require to die?
Insight. I don't know if I need to roll for this, but is he talking about like us as people? When he says these, he means like us.
Pretty clearly.
I can infer that.
These. Yep. What do you do? Assuming you're actually more like just come down the stairs. You can just about see him stood over there. As of right now, he hasn't seen you come down the stairs.
All right. I'm going to step out of the shadows and quietly say, so as not to wake Lafcadio, because he needs to get his beauty sleep in. I suggest you stop what you're doing, come over here, sit down, and tell me why you think we have to die.
He will walk over. It has been a very long time since someone read my mind. I'm quite impressed by you. Who are you? Why have you of so much importance?
I don't know. But if you could follow through my suggestion real quick, that'd be great.
Suggestion?
Mm-hmm.
Never imagined that that I'd be in this situation where actually, does it specify what type of creature? The channel divinity?
It just says a creature.
Yeah, fair enough. You have suggested a Rakshasa to reveal himself completely. He has been, well, quite simply, I have been hired to infiltrate this crew and kill all of you. I don't know why, but I have been paid heavily.
What were you offered?
300 souls for the death of you 5.
300 souls.
Yes, ripe for the feast.
Mm.
So I'm afraid I have to kill you now. I do apologize.
Could you not? I will cast the Calm Emotion spell as quickly as I
What
can.
level is Calm Emotions?
Second.
It has no effect. We're going to roll for initiative.
Oh, man.
As he changes into his true form, and the Rakshasa that had been hired to assassinate all of you stood right next to Kale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm suddenly having very nice dreams. Very calm and relaxing.
Yeah, nothing negative happening at all.
Kale, are we aided up?
No, I didn't. No.
Kale will have to wake everyone up.
No,
in terms of
aided.
I know for the spell aid, but I mean specifically, someone's going to have to warn the party and wake them up. So, Wampem, what was your initiative?
17.
Okay. Nos.
I got a 13.
13. Lafcadio.
21.
Kale.
10.
10. And Tazlin.
19.
19. Okay. In your trance right now, comment, right click, add 10. There we go. 19. So, Kale,
Mhm.
as the spell fails, do you warn people? Is Lafcadio awake for his turn?
You will let me thaumaturgy yell, "We're under attack," 3 times louder than I can normally yell, and I will do that.
I won't let you thaumaturgy because that's casting a spell while you're.
Okay.
But you can just shout, "Hey, we're under attack."
Yeah, I'll just shout at a normal volume then. Yeah.
Okay. Lafcadio, you've been woken up.
So I get the crust out of my eyes, and do I see a cat man with goopy hands?
You see a cat man with goofy hands looking right at Kale, ready to kill. Still smoking his pipe.
All right, well, I've trained my whole life for this, obviously. And so I'll get up out of a dead sleep and throw my net at him. With 15 to hit.
That will miss.
Crap! And I will bonus action hex him. Give him a disadvantage on dexterity checks.
Okay. Anything else?
Okay. I will take a step back.
Okay. As you cast Hex, it has no effect on him.
Cool.
Okay. You've been woken up, and your trance has been disturbed.
And I'm seeing a Rakasha.
A large Rakshasa. So tall humanoid, probably close to 8 foot tall, looks like a tiger in a very ornate looking robe.
Mm-hmm. All right. I am going to cast Enervation, I think.
Enervation?
Yeah.
What does Enervation do?
It is a tendril of inky darkness reaches out for me. Oh, wait. No, that's not the spell I want. My bad. Whoops.
That didn't sound like Enervation. That sounded like...
Yeah, sorry. I meant Blight.
Okay, you're guessing Blight. Okay.
Yes. And I believe I'm within 30 feet of him. Yup. And it's a 4th level spell.
Okay. You go and cast Blight. Has no effect.
Uh-oh. All right. He's immune to spells! And I will run back 15 feet away from him.
Okay. Wampem.
I have control over Wampum's token and not mine.
Wampum, after hearing that he would be immune to spells, Wampum will say, well, let's see if he'd be immune to metal. And he's going to throw his axe. His thrower.
Okay.
And
Oh.
that's going to be a 12 for the first attack, which misses. But I am going to use my precision attack and add 8 to that, which is a 20.
Does the 20 hit?
That's what I'm asking.
Yes, the 20 hits.
Okay.
Okay.
For 18 points of damage.
Yep.
And then my second attack is a 14. But I will go ahead and use another one.
Okay.
Add 6 to that, which is another 20.
That hits.
For another 12 points of damage.
Okay.
I will action surge.
Okay.
Throw again. for a 18, and I'm not going to do anything about that one.
It'll hit.
For 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And I want him to make a wisdom save, DC 17, for trying to be frightened.
He succeeds.
Okay, so he is not frightened, but I am going to use, let's see, for a big old 2 points of damage extra.
Okay.
And then my last attack, which is a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 20 points of damage. And I want him to make another wisdom save, DC 17.
He succeeds.
For 5 extra points of damage.
Okay.
And then I am done, and I have used 4 of my 5 dice.
Okay. Nos.
I wake up groggily, look around. Can I perceive these guys, and are these our guys?
Those are your guys.
Okay. Do I know what a Rakshasa is? Do I know what a Rakshasa is?
You can roll a history, religion check.
They're all
possibly
0.
Even Arcana.
That's 0
Probably
too.
not then.
I got a 19.
You've heard tales. Clearly looks like a creature you might have heard of at some point as a underworld assassin.
Okay.
A hell's assassin.
Oh, snap. Okay, so I will charge forth, screaming, "I need my beauty sleep!" Rage. Then we're gonna slice him once with 17 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 15 slashing on top of 8 radiant.
Okay.
Do it again for
22.
a critical 30.
Hits.
That's 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to action surge and go twice more.
Okay.
21 to hit.
That'll hit.
13 slashing. And 27.
Hits.
15 slashing. I'll snort and do the steam out of my nose thing.
Okay. 141 damage there in just
So angry!
2 turns.
Being
just
woken
FYI.
up. I was dreaming about Leo.
Anything else from you, Nos?
Nah, just gonna get up all in its space and freak him out.
Okay.
Well, like DiCaprio.
No. Who?
Well, it
Rakasha
is the
hit catch
it is the Rakshasa's turn, and I'm not sure which of these 2 spells he will attempt to use. Okay. So he
Counterspell.
is casting a spell.
Counterspell. Counterspell.
Okay.
If I can, I don't know. I will cast counterspell and see what happens.
Okay. Well, what level do you cast counterspell?
My high level slot, I believe, is 4th. Oh, wait, it doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't show.
I think you're at 4th. Yeah, because Hex was 4th level. So
Yeah, so 4th level. Not
Okay.
6th level. How about that? Definitely not 6th level.
Yeah. Counterspell has no effect on him.
Great.
So he is going to cast his spell, and I need Kale to roll a Wisdom saving throw against being charmed.
okie dokie. I rolled 2 1s.
Oh no.
You gotta be kidding me. So that's 11.
11. Okay,
Mm.
that's it. You're not changing that, right?
I can't.
Okay,
That's
cool.
what I got.
Just checking, because you might come up with something. So, you are now dominated by the Rakshasa.
Sure.
Under the effects of the Dominate Person spell.
Why not?
While the target is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it as long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence. You can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious, which it does its best to obey. You can use your action to take total and precise control of the target till the end of your next turn. Probably not going to do that. But each time the target takes damage, it must make a new wisdom save. Sounds good. His command to you is going to be kill Wampem. And he will
You got it.
specifically say Wampem,
Okay.
rather than just kill that one over there. Okay?
Sure.
And then, so that was his action to cast that spell. It feels good. I'll stay there. I'll move maybe to here, and then let you go. Go kill him, please.
Okay. What would be the best way for me to do this? Let's see. For someone in the area, you have a cube to 100 feet.
Who hasn't considered how can we kill Wampem at some time?
I feel so loved.
Quick answer: you can't kill Wampum.
No, not me. I was just wondering, I'm just taking a poll.
All right. 25 feet deep, because I'm reading a spell that has a lot of words.
Okay.
So what I want to do, is there like I don't know if I need this or not. Control and increase in an area to choose. That's the area I see. So I want to cast a control water spell.
Counter spell.
All right. I'm casting it at 4th level because it's a 4th level spell.
That's fair.
So you have to do some sort of roll, I think. I'm not positive how counterspell works.
So you're looking out like a window that's in the side of the hull?
Yeah, I guess. That's what I was reading. Like, it doesn't say I have to see. It just says freestanding water inside an area you choose.
Okay.
I know I'm in the sea.
So spellcasting ability check from Taslin.
All right.
Just straight ability check.
Straight ability check.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with the modifier? Or just the 1d20?
It's a d20 with your spellcasting ability modifier. So intelligence modifier.
Oh, okay. That would be a 19.
So I believe he successfully counterspells your water.
Yeah, I guess.
The DC is 14, so he succeeds.
Okay, yeah. So I try and cast a spell. He succeeds. What else can I do? I'll leave. Try and go somewhere else. I don't know. Behind the Rakshasa. You gotta go through him to get to me. I guess, like, can I go here? Is that still in the boat? I don't know.
His command was that you kill the people, not hide behind him from the people.
Well,
This is how
if they
Kale fights.
beat me, then I can't kill them.
All right. Okay. So you can hide behind there. He just... the wrong one. I got the wrong one.
You really did.
Left cardio.
Right. So, I know he's immune to spells. And I'll run back up and I'll crack my whip at him twice in the face.
Okay.
It's, do I have advantage from Kale?
No,
Okay.
because he's my companion.
13
13 will miss.
and 30 and crit. For 12
Yeah, a crit's gonna hit.
slashing damage. Magical.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Taslin.
All right, I am going to cast Greater Invisibility on Wampum. So I'm going to put a hand on Wampum's shoulder, and whisper under my breath, "They can't see you. Go at them."
Okay. Anything else from you, Taslin?
And I will also go 5, 10 feet backwards.
Wampum?
Let's see. Is this wall in my way?
It's not really much of a wall.
Okay.
It's more like a little bit of a lip at the floor that you might trip over.
All right. 5. I'm going to move to there. And then I am going to throw.
Okay.
For a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 9 points of damage.
Yep.
And I'm going to use my last die for Distracting Strike, which is going to give me advantage on my next attack. And I'm going to do an extra 6 points of damage to him.
Okay.
And then my last throw is going to be a 28 to hit for 16 points of damage.
Okay. Anything else from your Wampum?
That's it.
Okay. Us?
I don't know what's going on with Kale, but I don't like that Taslin felt the need to interrupt whatever doodly-doo he was doing. So that doodly-doo probably was weird. And I probably heard the Rakshasa. So
Probably heard the Rakshasa.
I'm going to try to kind of block his line of sight and kind of close him in. Go there.
Okay.
And swing with a 15.
That'll miss.
Okay, try it again. 16.
That will hit.
Oh, nice. So that's 14 slashing on top of 5 radiant.
Okay.
Come back up at him with the haft. Nah, it's an 11.
That's a natural 1.
But it's also an 11.
It is, but it's more impressive that it's a natural 1. It's a
I
failure.
prefer 11.
To sweep that under the rug.
Anything else from you, Nos?
Nah.
All right. I guess I'm going to have to do this myself. Kill the red one.
I'm orange.
He will walk away from Nos, provoking an attack of opportunity, should Nos decide to.
I swing and a whiff. It's a 15.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to miss. All right, so. Just double checking. Yeah. He's going to reach forward and casting a spell. Going to reach forward to make a melee spell attack against Wampum. No, nothing.
Oh,
Is he at
I've
disadvantage?
cast all my spells already. All 2 of them.
I mean, I could probably counterspell. Let's see. I'll counterspell at 5th level.
You know now that 5th level spells don't work on him.
Oh, okay. Then I will just watch it happen.
So, strangely enough, even with the invisibility, he seems fully capable of being able to see Wampum as he walks right up to him and will make a melee spell attack. That is a 29 to hit Wampum.
Yep.
Okay. Wampum, you need to make a saving throw. Let me just double check which one. A charisma saving throw.
So, like, you just gave me inspiration. Can I give that to Wampum?
I have a inspiration.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll take that back.
Which is a 15.
15. Okay.
And if that
There's
fails,
nothing-
I'll use the inspiration.
Okay, inspiration doesn't work that way.
Okay.
DM's inspiration, you use it beforehand to get advantage on the roll.
But you do have that fighter thing.
My indomitable.
You currently fail the saving throw. And
All
if
right,
you
so then I will use my indomitable
Mhm.
and use the inspiration to roll at advantage. And
Yep.
where do I click for advantage?
You just roll it again and we'll just take the higher of the two.
Yeah.
Your last result was a 15, which was a failure.
This one's a 12.
That succeeds.
Unfortunately not. As well, I mean, he's currently invisible, so no one in the party sees what happens to Wampem.
Okay.
But Wampem disappears. Ah, good. The job is done now. He will then turn to the rest of you. Kale, remember, get the red one.
You got it, buddy.
Kale, what are you going to do?
So is there any way I can block line of sight? Like, is there a cabin I can run into to, like, get away from people?
You can go up the stairs back up onto the upper deck.
Mostly what I want to do, if there's any way I can make it so that Taslim can't see me. So, like, anything I can duck behind.
Yes, there is.
Alright.
So the simplest way is for you to actually go up the stairs a little bit so that you've blocked line of sight with Taslim.
Well, is Taslim not on the stairs right now?
No, these aren't actually. I'm imagining the stairs are actually further up to the front where you were originally with the Rakshasa. You were at the stairs coming out of the shadows when you talked to him. So the stairs are up here, leading up around onto the upper deck.
Okay, I would like to try and get up the stairs to get out of line of sight.
You break the line of sight. What are you doing once you break the line of sight?
Does that require me to?
Just requires your movement. It doesn't require any.
Well, I was
action
wondering
on your
if I
part.
leave Nos's space, would Nos try and like not let me run away?
I've already used my reaction.
Well then, good. All right, I'm upstairs or whatever. I break line of sight and I cast the same spell again. I cast the control water spell. And I create a. How deep is the water that we're over right now?
Let me pull a few thousand feet.
All right, I'm going to part it 100 feet right below the ship and drop us into a trench of water, 100 feet deep.
Are you actually capable of doing that with that spell?
Yeah, it says part water. You cause water in the area to move apart and create a trench. It extends across the spell's area, and separated water forms a wall to either side, or remains till the spell ends, or you choose a different effect. Then the water slowly fills the trench over the course of the next round until normal water level is restored. So, yeah.
Okay, the boat suddenly drops 100 foot.
What's the area of control water? Like
100 feet.
dimensions? Oh, okay.
Cube.
We're on a 100-foot boat.
Yeah, we're on a 100-foot boat. So it drops straight down. You find the boat suddenly cracks a little bit as the water slams quite heavily. The boat takes quite a bit of damage.
This was a rental.
But thankfully it's a magical boat. So you should be fine. Now that you're at the bottom of a trench, what are you doing, Kale?
Well, that was my action. So nothing. I guess.
I asked him to kill, not to sink us. Lafcadio.
So, we're not underwater yet. Is that right?
No, it will slowly refill, but the way that it'll refill, I quite imagine that the boat's just going to slowly rise back up. rather than the water filling over the top of the boat.
And I guess
How does the description of the filling?
Well, crap, where'd it go? It does say that that's how it. So the trench remains until the spell ends, or you choose a different effect. The water then slowly fills in the trench over the course of the next round until the normal water level is restored. So yeah, like you said, it probably just.
Yeah. So it'll stay under until the spell ends. At that point, it'll slowly start lifting the boat back up.
not to shoot myself in the foot, but did we take any damage from the 100-foot fall?
You guys didn't, no.
All right then, I'll continue slashing at this pretender kitty.
Okay.
With my whip, 26 and a 25, 19 total damage.
Okay. With the second whip crack, the spells, the magics that the Rakshasa has begin to fail, and he has taken a total of 220 damage. He dies and fades from view.
So on
Does
that,
his items get left behind, or?
Nope.
Asking the important questions.
on that second hit, my whip wrapped around his head, and it slammed him down onto the ground and smashed his face into the wooden deck.
Okay. So, Wampum's still gone. But the only way you'll know that is when Taslin
Has it been a minute?
drops invisibility. Yes.
So it would have dropped after a minute.
Well, it would have dropped almost instantly of him leaving the plane.
Oh, that's true. I will cancel my invisibility.
Kale, mate, are you all right?
I don't know, am I?
Now you're fine, yep.
Oh, okay.
You're back
Yep.
to normal.
I'm good. We'll be fine. The boat will come back up slowly and gently. Is everyone else okay?
I'm fine.
Where's Wampum? I made him invisible, and now he's still not visible.
Uh-oh.
Well, if you made him invisible, that explains why he's not visible.
Yes, but my spell is no longer active.
Oh. Is it possible your spell is so powerful, like, I don't know, you Shadakai type, is it so powerful that not even you can dismiss it?
If I was that powerful, I would have been able to hit the rocket shot with spells.
If he was still invisible, couldn't he just tell us he's still here?
Right. Oh, Wampum.
No
What?
response from Wampum.
I'm gonna pretend to wiggle my fingers like Kale does, thinking that that's how you cast Ascending. Wampum could hear me.
It's
not working.
I am going to slowly be investigating the ship for signs of Wampum.
Okay.
I will send to him, because I did prepare it today. Wampum, where you at, yo?
So, roll a d100. On a 0 to 5, so Kale roll it. On a 0 to 5, the spell fails.
I got 14.
Okay, so you're fine with that. Wampum, you hear this message. A few moments after, you find yourself in a place of serious heat. Everything around you seems to be glowing bright orange as an individual walks up to you. Large fellow, big red wings, huge horns. Lafcadio Thunderbelly. Is that you?
I be not Lefcardio, no.
Oh, what am I thinking? Wampum Thunderbelly, sorry. Wampum Thunderbelly. Is that you?
That be me name.
There's a bounty on your head. It is being collected. Please put these chains on your wrists, or I'll do it myself.
Do I have any inkling that if I fight this dude, if I have any chance?
You have every chance that you might actually win this. You at full strength, which you are, except you don't have your maneuvers.
Right.
You could actually take this guy.
Then I am going to, kind of like, rub my forehead, going, wait a minute. And I'm going to kind of walk away from him to about 10 feet, going, wait a minute, who? And then I'm going to throw.
Okay, go ahead and throw your hammer.
Yeah, kill him.
That would be a 17 to hit.
Okay. The 17 does hit. As it hits into him, how far away were you?
10 feet.
Okay. He riposts with a 10-foot fiery glaive. So he takes the 14 bludgeoning, but his glaive that's burning is going to roll to attack. And he rolls a natural 1. That is a terrible miss. All right.
And then I am going to walk away 10 more feet and then turn around and throw again.
Look, I wanted to do this civilly.
26 for 17 points of damage.
26 will hit. It'll take 17. Okay. Okay. This fellow leaps. Oh, is that your turn ended, by the way?
Yes, that's all I can do.
All right. He leaps into the air with his wings flapping and will attempt to actually slam the ground in front of you to knock you prone as he hits the ground. I need you to roll a strength saving throw to keep yourself up.
That is an 18.
You manage to stand your ground. No matter how hard he shakes this floor, you are not moving at all. He will then attempt to hit you with his... well, actually, no. He's going to try and grapple you. So, athletics check from you.
Athletics. Which is a 16.
Okay. He's just strong enough to be able to grab hold of your wrist. As he does so, you feel an intense amount of heat just come off of his dark red body. His eyes begin to flare, and in his right hand, the manacles begin to glow red hot, ready to slap on your wrist. But he can't do it yet. What are you doing, Wampem?
I am going to break the grapple.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
That's only a 13.
Unfortunately, you're unable to break the grapple at this time.
I'm going to use my second action to try to break it again.
That doesn't work that way, I'm afraid.
Okay, then I will go ahead and swing the hammer at him.
No, it's not an attack to try and break out of a grapple. It is an action to try and break out of a grapple. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a full action.
Then I'm done.
Okay. You're done? Okay. Now he is going to attempt to restrain you with these manacles. You do get to resist. So as he tries to further grapple you, he'll roll athletics. You can either roll athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics, which is a 26.
You're a difficult quarry. Yep. He tries as he might, but you actually pull it such a way that the manacle slips, because he rolled a nat 1, and one end ends up on his wrist. Look, this is all legal. You've been purchased. Please just submit. What would you like to do, Wampem?
I'm going to try to, since we're already grappled, I'm going to try to put the other manacle on his other wrist.
Okay, here we go. So you roll athletics, he'll roll athletics versus or acrobatics.
26.
Okay. Oh, shucks. As you clamp the manacles on him, his body just seems to shrink in form a little bit. The wings get a little bit smaller and more dainty. His horns pretty much fall off like they were just stuck on as toys, as any magic that was affecting him is immediately dispelled as per the manacles that he has on him. And what you see now, strapped in these chains, is this small creature. He's about 4 foot tall, very thin, dangly. The manacles have shrunk to actually stay with his wrist, but his face is a mess of boils and cuts, and one eye is forward, a little bugged out. The other is half covered, but also pointing that way off the side of his cheek. He looks very disappointed with himself. Here. This is not the way it was supposed to go. Hey. You wouldn't mind helping a brother out, would you?
And I'm going to look at him and say, this might hurt just a little bit. And I'm going to take my final swing.
Okay.
A 22.
Yeah, that hits. He is
9
completely
points.
restrained. Blood splatters on the ground, and you notice immediately the blood evaporates straight away as it hits the ground. Just with a light, it just disappears. Oh, I didn't hit you. Look, maybe we got off on the wrong foot here.
I would probably say that'd be true.
Okay. There have been people that are hunting after you, fellows from Menzo Baronzon, and they paid for us to collect you and take you away from what's going on out there. Look, I'm pretty new to this. Could you just let me out?
Not until you get me out of this place.
Well, I can't really get you out, but I know someone who can.
Well, then start be walking.
Okay. You come with me. He'll start leading towards the center of this city, this walled city, and he'll start explaining a little bit about the wonder and grandeur that is the city of brass within the elemental plane of fire.
And
that's when you receive the sending from Kale, and you know you are on the elemental plane of fire.
And I got 20 words, right?
25.
Just fought demon, imprisoned him, heading to city of brass, plane of fire, come get my ass.
Great. Wampem's gone. He's in the plane of fire. That's where we have to go first now, I guess. Apparently, he's fine, and he's in the city of brass for now. So as the boat's coming up, I guess I'd like to find a crew member somewhere. Be like, hey.
They're all quite shocked at what's just happened.
I imagine it's still like rising out of this trench slowly. Yeah. Don't panic. This is fine. I did it on purpose. We'll be back on the surface in no time. We might need to change course a little bit.
Where are we going?
I should probably ask the other people if they're cool with this first. Hold on one sec. I'll go back down.
So, are they going to give us a refund? Is that what you were up there talking about?
No, so
one of their crew just tried to kill us. I think that's grounds for a refund.
We'll have to discuss it with him afterwards, but I wanted to ask, we know where this object is. I say we just go straight to it. Just ask the guy for it. The longer Wampem's stuck on the plane of fire, the worse off he'll be, I assume. He's a tough dude, but, by himself, I don't know how long he's going to last down there. So just the faster we can get this item from, what was his name, Jarlaxle, the better. I think, why would he not let us help save the world?
Well, if we remember what the crazy wizard guy said before when he handed us this objective, he said that in order to get stuff from that guy, he wants stuff in return, and it can lead to a whole, side quest thing. So it may not necessarily be fastest.
Well,
putting that aside, I mean, we know that the item is with him, and we know that he is likely on that ship, but we don't know where that ship is. We just know where it's going to be. Right?
Right. It's probably there. Now, it seems like they marked a specific spot on the map, so maybe you're right. It might be heading in that direction. Either way, we can meet them there, at the very least, if we're going to do this. I feel like we make it clear to them, we have stuff, right? I can give them stuff. Would you not want, I don't know, the Griffin statue or an angel mace, wave around Lightbringer? I don't get a lot of play with this thing. So, we got stuff. Maybe it could just be a straight up trade of some kind. I think that would be our fastest course of action, but that Nos brings up a good point that it might not work. Or it might wind up taking longer because he wants us to do other stuff. So.
All right. So what if we try it? What's the worst case scenario? He doesn't accept it, or he leads us off on a bunch of side quests.
Or he kills us on the spot.
Or enslaves us.
No, that's not happening to me. That's not part of it. That's not the worst case scenario because it will never happen.
I've never dealt with this guy before. I don't know how much you guys know about him. I don't know anything about him. I suppose maybe I could try to find something out, but I'd need some materials that I don't have.
Well, I mean, it's not like we're changing plans. We're just moving them up a bit. Right?
Right. Sounds like something that Bandy would like.
So, well, we just need... I guess the idea would be that we would use Teslin's new spell, but I don't know if we have the materials for it.
We do not.
Well, we're already... What? I'm sorry?
What do you need again? Chalk?
Chalk.
50 gold worth of chalk, yes.
Yeah, you guys got chalk?
It's a special kind of chalk.
Special kind of chalk?
Band of chalk?
I have special chalk. It's pink. Is that good enough?
Is that good enough?
Is it good enough? Try it.
Is that good enough?
Is it specifically for the teleportation circle spell?
Yeah.
So, let's look at the exact wording of the material components required.
I believe it needs to be a special...
Rare
chalks
chalks and inks infused with precious gems with 50 gold pieces. So that's not rare chalks worth 50 gold pieces.
Right. Rare chalks and inks.
Maybe that's weird.
Huh. A diamond encrusted stick of chalk.
Yeah, can I shove diamonds?
I mean, would we
chalk?
be able to grate like a gem into the chalk?
Well, I've got diamond dust.
You can't. Yeah, you've got diamond dust. You can't really grate a diamond, though.
Well, if we had more diamonds, Diamonds cut diamonds.
And the world is running out of diamonds.
We are using up the whole supply of world's diamonds.
It's just artificially rare. There's some
They have
mercantile
infinite
thing.
diamonds in the plane of Earth, so they're just controlling the supply artificially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
The
I
Moors.
currently do not have the materials.
Okay.
Okay.
You could try it. I would say, in the event of you attempting to use it, you'd have to make a spellcasting ability check, with the DC being the DC of the spell, so 15. If you fail, you fail.
Okay. Who's making the check? Me or Tasling?
Whoever's casting teleportation circle,
Then it would be.
because they're
I will.
trying to perform the spell with not quite the right ingredients.
All right. Taslin,
All right.
I have
Mhm.
this inspiration that I would like to gift you.
Oh, I feel so inspired. So that brings another issue up. The boat. Say I conjure this portal and we all traipse through. We lose the boat, the magic boat. The crew is still here, and they get a free boat that we could use at a later time. Let me propose.
I solemnly swear I'll deliver the boat to where you needed to go.
Oh, that sure beats my plan. I was going to just shrink the boat back down and take it.
We could just give them the boat.
Sorry, that was comedy.
Let's not. No, like they're gonna. I mean, we paid them to sail it to Luskin. They don't need us to do that, so we'll just meet them in Luskin. Hopefully, after we've done everything we need to do in Luskin.
Now, how are we going to get out to the boat we need to get to if we don't have a boat? We have to get another boat and another crew.
And how much do we trust a crew that one of their member just tried to kill us?
Well, what are the odds that there are more? I mean, surely not more than 1 in 10.
Well, it'd be 1 in 9 now.
I mean, how many Rakshasas can you fit on a boat?
I'd say about 9.
Okay. Yeah. So we could, I guess, just walk across the water. I could make that happen for us to get to the boat that we need to get to. They can just take the boat out to Luskin. If we don't show up to pay them, oh, you're right here. Why am I talking about you as though you guys aren't here? If we don't show up to pay you within, say, a 10-day, just take the boat.
Kale, mate, we already paid him. Or you already paid him.
Well, I told the captain.
Told the captain he would give them some incentive once we got there,
Yeah.
and that's how you got a better deal.
Right.
Yeah.
I
All
said
right.
the captain would take the sailor, so I'm going to pay him.
At a 10-day. Well, a 10-day is a bit much, you see. This is Misha talking. You see, my men and I, if we're waiting in Luskin for a 10-day, then that's 8 days where we're not working. Or that would you permit us to work with your boat as long as we're back within 10 days? Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, if you guys are going to maybe wind up having the boat, you should probably know something about it. This is a magic boat. I'll tell you guys some magic words, and you can use them to make the boat change into different boats or into a tiny box. It's really extremely valuable. You can do all sorts of stuff with it, or you could probably get a lot of money for it, way more than you would normally get paid for a job like this. So.
That could be good.
I tap,
Yeah,
so-
I tap
Yeah.
Kale on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Kale, get
Do I-
like some of the hair or something so we can track them down if we need to later.
Do I get the
Good
sense
point.
that they're honest?
The pirates. No.
So,
No, they're sailors. You can roll an insight check if you wish.
All right. Man, what's that would be a 15.
15. Okay. They seem fairly honest. They seem upright. These individuals have a good reputation within the city of Neverwinter, and certain other cities as well. So They seem like a good group of people, and you trust them.
Okay.
So deal is deal. All I'll ask in return, for this trade is I just need a lock of your hair, and I'm not trying to be a creep, but just as collateral.
To be able to scry,
Yep.
assuming.
Yep.
You don't necessarily need a lock of my hair. You know me.
I need a lock of your hair.
Okay.
Or a bit like a fingernail, or some other.
She'll
part
pull a
body.
dagger
wait.
out, and she'll snip her ponytail off, like they do in the movies. She snips the ponytail off. The rest of the hair is perfectly cut,
Mhm.
like a little bob.
Yep.
It's impressive. And
Could they not?
She'll give you the ponytail.
Could they not all go into the portal that I summon, and then we just shrink the boat down and take it?
I don't know. Is that how that spell works?
I don't think you can transport.
I mean, I've never cast it before. But as
Any
far
creature
as,
that enters the portal instantly appears within 5 feet of the destination circle, or in the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied. You would have to cast it in a specific location, and then shrink the boat, and those out of the boat swimming then have to make it to the teleportation circle to be able to pass through.
Boy, that sounds complicated.
Yeah,
Well.
that's something we're not going to do. So,
Oh, you could just take the boat to shore and then do all that, so long as 13 people can travel through the teleportation circle.
I don't think there's a limit. Just as any.
as long as everyone keeps moving, we should be able to have everyone move within a round.
But then,
If we shrank the boat down to the smallest size, could we just sail it through the portal? I think it's 10 feet.
No.
look, let's just let
All
them
right.
take the boat. I don't.
Yeah, so
Fine.
you guys use the teleportation circle. I'm going to push you along here. You guys use the teleportation circle. You bamf out to Luskin. The crew take the boat. This sounds so familiar. I swear I've had another moment where a crew takes a boat that you guys have hired and you teleport somewhere else instead. All right. You'll get to Luskin. We'll find out more about Wampem and his adventures in the city of Brass. It'll be at least a day or so before you can get to Wampem. So what will happen next week for next week's session is we will actually do a split episode. Portions of it will be on the material plane, portions of it will be in the elemental plane of fire as we follow Wampem's adventures with his new best friend.
The wondrous adventures of Wampem.
All right. So join us next week, guys. Sorry again that this one has to be a bit short, but technical issues. Hopefully it gets sorted out soon. If you like what you see with us, please follow us, share us with your friends. If you have any feedback, please find us on Twitter. We are at Crituitous RP. Talk to us. Chat to us during our read broadcasts or comment on the videos in YouTube. We read most of them, if not all of them, as best as we can. And we're happy to talk and improve ourselves for your benefit. So let us know what you like. We'll see you all next week.
Thanks, everybody.